underway eventually. Jordan Burns with the kick-off will be allowed to bounce by the Cornwall side. It's going to bounce a few times and then they'll collect it and look to fetch it forward. Will the home side. 12, 13 metres out now. In the middle of the field. Up on this right-hand side, Newbegging now. Dummies, goes left and right. Potential high tackle nearly through there. He's Jack Newbegging. He's going to be brought down. It is the 5 and last. 3, 4 metres out to the right-hand side of the post. Collins then goes right in the hands of Jordan Burns. And Jordan Burns is over on this right-hand side. His first try of the season in Whitehaven colours for the Whitehaven captain. And over down here in Penryn at the Memorial Ground, Jordan Burns on the right-hand side. Cornwall 0, Haven 4. Here for the last couple of seasons, sort of 12, 13, 14 metres out. Right-hand side of the post. And he will go to the near, wide of the near right-hand side post. So it remains 4-0 to Haven here in Penryn. Brown in there at dummy half as Mitchell Todd comes from the opposite wing to try and help his side out here, and he'll take Whitehaven to just over their own 20, pretty much in and around centre field. He's going to come down this left-hand side now. Jack Newbeggin's going to be through. He's going to make it to around about halfway. He's being able to get the ball back inside of Jordan Burns, and it should be a second of the afternoon for Whitehaven, and the Whitehaven captain will put the ball down underneath the sticks. Great work from Jack Newbeggin on the right-hand side. Ball back inside to the Whitehaven captain in Jordan Burns. And Whitehaven get their second try of the afternoon. Jordan Burns right under the red and black dot as it is here at Penryn. Cameron Brown knocks over the 2 points. So it is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 10. Left, taken down, 25 metres out. 20 metres in from the far left-hand side touchline. Back towards the middle now with Pearson. Pearson will find Jordan Thompson. And Jordan Thompson break through and go through just to the right-hand side of the post. And it's Whitehaven's third of the afternoon. 17 or 18 minutes gone. And Cameron Brown will look to add on the extras. He should. He's pretty much right in front, is the Australian. And he does. 16-0 in favour of Whitehaven down here in Penryn. Hand his man off, but being taken down, still short of his own 20. Collins in there at dummy half, goes left into the hands of Kellett, and Kellett offers it up to the man, but elects to keep hold of it, taken down. 27, 28 metres away from his own line. Jordan Thompson once more now in the middle, and he's through once again. There is Jordan Thompson, and he's going to be into the Mason Lovewaite, and Haven could be in for another back-to-back try here, and it'll be Mason Lovewaite once more, putting the ball down underneath the sticks. Haven's fourth of the afternoon. And it's now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 20. Anthony Murray's side have made a lightning start down here in the Duchy. And Cameron Brown, which with what looks like another simple conversion. Try and tag on the extras and make himself 3 from 4 so far this afternoon, will the Australian. And he does. So it is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 22. And Pierce will be wrapped up. Put down onto his back. Into the middle now with Jack Kellett. Then finds Cameron Brown. Brown finds Mason Lovewaite. Lovewaite's through again. And he's going to have options on his left-hand side and finds Ethan Biggerdike. And Haven could be in for the 5th of the afternoon. And there will be through Ethan Biggerdike. And he'll come round and he'll put the ball down underneath the sticks. And it is Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 26. Fantastic burst here from Whitehaven. 3 tries in less than 5 minutes. Cameron Brown does knock over the extras, so it is down here in Penryn, Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 28. Plays his 22 metres out. Collins in at dummy half, into the hands now of Kellett. Kellett then finds Brown, and Jordan Burns will have space on that left-hand side, and Whitehaven will go again into the hands of Jay Weatherall. He's got options left and right. Back inside of Jordan Burns, and Burns will be in for a hat-trick. I'll be completely honest, there was an opportunity there for a couple of forward passes, but Whitehaven have taken full advantage once more, and it's the Whitehaven captain in for his hat-trick down here in Penryn. Around about 25, 26 minutes on the clock. Whitehaven going at more than a point a minute. It is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 32. 10, 15 metres away from the middle of the post as Ellison Holgate's about to come on to replace Luke Collins, and Ellis Nixon's getting ready down there as well. Cameron Brown Misses on this occasion, so it remains Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 32. It is now the 5 and last, but Whitehaven 11 metres out, but only 3 or 4 metres away from the far touchline. Back towards the middle now with Burns, then finds Brown. Brown runs across the line and finds Brad Brennan. Brennan looks to get his arm free and he does into the hands of Brown. Over the top to Mitchell Todd, and Todd will go himself. Got round the Cornwall man. 7th try of the afternoon for Whitehaven down here in Penryn, and it's Mitchell Todd, and you can hear the chorus of the Haven fans on the far side from our position here. It is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 36. In League One, Cameron Brown will have an opportunity to come in right-footed. Of course, played a couple of seasons down here in Penryn, and this time his kick goes across the face and misses wide of the far left-hand side post, so it remains Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 36 down here in Penryn. Keeps his legs pumping there, does the Whitehaven fullback. Already scored a hat-trick so far this afternoon. Plays his ball 27, 28 metres away from his own line. Goes left into the hands now of Brown. Brown over the top, looking for Weatherall. Weatherall has to wait, but collects it. Then looks to get back inside of Mason Lovewood. And Lovewood could be in on that left-hand side. He's going to have to work hard, and he will work hard. Will Mason Lovewood. And it is Whitehaven's 8th of the afternoon. The man to the left-hand side tells me it's a forward pass. I'm inclined to believe him, but Whitehaven not pulled up on it. And Lovewood will go in and put the ball down underneath the sticks for his 2nd of the afternoon, and Whitehaven will go at least a point a minute as we get ready for the half-time hooter, which I don't think is that far away. Scored in the 2nd of the afternoon, and Jay Weatherall, who's taken over the kicking duties. Left-footed Jay. And knocks over to make it half-time score of Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 42 down here in the Duchy. Holgate's in there at dummy half. Whitehaven, what, 32, 33 out here. Into the hands of Mason Lovewood. And Mason Lovewood, is he going to collect his hat-trick? He is. Fantastic running from the former Kells man. And taking full opportunity in there at 2nd row this afternoon in the absence of Rio McQuinston. And he does tag on the extras, just Jay Weatherall. And what is Whitehaven's 9th of the afternoon. They are 48-0 to the good down here in Penryn. Brought down 29 metres out here to Whitehaven. Holgate's in there at dummy half. Into the middle now with Newbegin. And Newbegin finds Turnbull. Turnbull finds Newbegin. And back onto Mason Lovewood, who will score his 4th of the afternoon. And Whitehaven just scoring at will once again down here in Penryn. The 50 mark is up, and it is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 52. 10 metres out, just a little bit left, and he's 3 from 3. He's Jay Weatherall. It makes it Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 54. 10 tries, 7 of them converted. Go right from the base of the scrum into the hands of Mitchell Todd, and Mitchell Todd is nearly through. It's the last line of defence that drags him down. 32, 33 metres away from his own line. Brad Brennan gets the arm free and finds Alison Holgate. Holgate sidesteps 1, sidesteps 2. Now finds Alice Nixon. Nixon finds Weatherall. And Weatherall looking to go down in his left-hand side corner. It's a foot race, and he will be in. Will Jay Weatherall, and he'll look to fetch the ball down and get it as close to the sticks as we can. And that is Whitehaven's 11th of the afternoon. It's Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 58. Fantastic ball. Shifts from right to left. Brennan with the offload. Found Ellison Holgate. Holgate then found Nixon. The ball over the top to Jay Weatherall. And Weatherall able to get past the winger on this side. And Mackenzie come in. And we've got another change of kicker. Connor Holliday's now just added the extras. So it is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 60. Into Cornwall territory and now Whitehaven. 41-42 metres away from the try line. Jordan Burns in there at dummy half will scoot and finds 11-12 metres, finding his front. It is the 5 and last. Holgate in there at dummy half. Comes in the hands now in Newbegin. Newbegin looks to get the kick in behind. It'll bounce, and it'll bounce kindly for Ethan Biggerdike, and he'll get his 2nd of the afternoon. Whitehaven's 12th. Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 64. A nice little kick there from Ellison Holgate, just in behind. Initially didn't look like anything was going to come from it, but it bounced kindly for the centre, Ethan Biggerdike. Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 64. In the 57th minute down here in Penryn. Jordan Brown, oh, it's Capricorn Brown mixed up. Jordan Burns will add the extras. So it is now Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 66. Cornwall defenders in and around the tackle there. Holgate now finds Kellett. Kellett will look to take the line and he's through there. He's Jack Kellett. Gets the ball away to Ellis Nixon. Nixon then finds Ellison Holgate and Holgate will be through. And it will be Ellison Holgate as Whitehaven going for their 13th of the afternoon. And there's a little bit of communication going out there. Potential late hit after the ball had went from Ellis Nixon. And he does Jordan Burns. So that makes it Cornwall 0, Whitehaven 72 down here in Penryn. Whitehaven's defence do not want to concede this afternoon. Goes left. Look to put a little neat kick in behind. And have to dive on it. And it will be there. They've been able to get the score of the home side. And that will come as a disappointment to Anthony Murray's side. But delight to the home fans around me. And Whitehaven will be disappointed at not being able to keep the 0 there this afternoon. And Russlin will add on the extras, so it is now Cornwall 6, Whitehaven 72, around about 16 minutes to go down here in Penryn. And Turnbull will find his front, 16 metres out, just sort of in line with the right-hand side post. Scored right now to Whitehaven, into hands of Newbeggin. Newbeggin now finds Burns. Burns throws a dummy. Jordan Burns looking for his 4th of the afternoon. Can he get down? Has he got down? He will get down, will Jordan Burns. It's his 4th of the afternoon for the Whitehaven captain. Whitehaven's 14th, I say hesitantly, of the afternoon. Cornwall 6, Whitehaven 76. One of the most difficult Burns has had to deal with so far this afternoon. 4th choice of goal kicker out there for Whitehaven this afternoon. Time back on. Jordan Burns comes at it right-footed. And he remains 100% with the boot, does Jordan Burns. He's 3 from 3. And it is now Cornwall 6, Whitehaven 78. Collins in there at dummy half. Pearson will be the man to fetch it forward. Out the back to Newbeggin. Newbeggin will look for the ball over the top and find Mitchell Todd. Todd will try and break down the right-hand side. He can't get away. And the hooter sounds down here in Penryn, right next to us. And full time, it is Cornwall 6, Whitehaven 78.